out in the forest, enjoying nature. Just gonna have a little bit of freshly brewed coffee. And in this video, we are going to talk about this thing right here, which is the EcoFlow portable power stations, because they are really impressive. And if you haven't been here to the channel before, then this is not my usual setting, but I might just do it a little bit more often because it looks good and it's good to be out in the fresh air. Oh, freshly brewed industriarbetarkaffe out in the nature. I just want to start this video off by saying a huge thank you to EcoFlow for sending these products over to me. And they actually sent these products to me back in December last year. So I've been evaluating these power stations for approximately half a year when I'm recording this video. I have been using them for so many different things that I didn't thought I would use them for initially. So when I first got these products back in December, I didn't actually know what I was going to use them for, because I am not like outside in nature or you know, shooting wildlife or traveling to Norway, especially not now in Corona times, because it's like we can't travel. I can't drive my car anywhere except from like home to the studio. But when I started building the new studio space, I actually found a really good use for the power stations in the build out. This cable is the only cable that we have that provides electricity for this light. And unfortunately, it's too short to use all over the entire space. But I used that for the vacuum cleaner. I used it for the lighting that I have right here as well. And the good thing about them is that since they're so portable, you can place them anywhere in the room and don't have to worry about like finding the right plug or buying extension cords. You can just carry it with you and then you can just place it down, plug in your appliances, and all ready to go. And the EcoFlow Delta has 4 different ports where you can plug in real like 220 volts plugs. And as you're watching this right now, everything that you can see here in frame is actually powered by the EcoFlow Delta, and it can power this entire setup for more than 5 hours continuously, which is pretty mind-blowing considering that we have a 300 watt light, 150 watt, and a coffee brewer right here in the back as well. I remember when you like the first couple of power banks came and you like they were huge and you could only plug in one USB and it was barely enough battery to charge like half your phone. But now you can actually power almost like a fridge, TV, and a bunch of different other stuff with just this one power bank. And you also have a car outlet in the back for the 12 volt connections that you might have. And in the front you have 4 different USB-A ports, 2 of them which is regular charge and 2 of them which is fast charge. And then you also have the USB-C ports for those new kind of gadgets and not having to think about bringing different kind of cables. So good to be able to have coffee out here. Some people bring a thermos. Peter brings his entire studio. Hallå! Jag är borta! Jag sitter och tar en kaffe! And other than using the EcoFlow Delta in the studio when I was doing the build out, the EcoFlow Max is actually something that came very in handy. Can you say that? Came very in handy. Came in handy well. Was very useful. I think that is the word. When we were shooting Rivals 3. Hey? I gotta move around the lights. Oh!
Okay.
Lighting mode, and then we can go into something that is called the boost mode.
Okay, so that's extra power.
Yeah, so now I think we are at 150 watts exactly, and we can run this for 3 hours on this. So we're gonna have a lot of time. When we were at location, there was no power outlets that we could use to power in the lights or the smoke machine or charge our phones or the batteries. And being able to bring this power station with us and plug in the phones, the batteries for the camera, and also the smoke machine to get that really nice ambiance. Ambiance was very good. We just plugged it in, picked it up, and then walked around the smoke machine in a room, and all of a sudden you had this like really nice haze. We didn't have to think about the cords or anything else, which is pretty impressive. You only have 2 power plugs in the back of the EcoFlow Max and then 3 regular USB-A ports which one is fast charge, but you also have one USB-C port. So you do lose a total of 2 USB ports and 2 power plugs if you go for the Max instead of the Delta. I think that the design of both of these power stations are really good, but I do like the design of the EcoFlow Max a lot more because it has this like nice glowing bar that lights up, and the overall user interface looks a little bit more like high-tech on it. When you plug all your different appliances in or all your tech in to these power stations, it will show you how much power that you're actually using, like how many watts that you're currently using and how much power or how long time it will be before all the power runs out in the battery. You can also charge the power stations with a solar panel, which is pretty cool because when you're outside, when you're camping, then you just place it outside and you don't have to think about having a plug anywhere near you, so you can be in the middle of the desert and still have electricity with you. For me, as a filmmaker and a content creator, I think that these are very good. And I can also see a big use of these power stations for your home when the power is out and you need to power up like the most necessary things, such as the fridge, the freezer, you know, have them running when the power is out. So my final verdict is that I didn't really know what I was going to use them for. And now that I have been using them, I've actually found more uses for them the more that I've used them. And especially when you're doing some on-location filming or when you're doing a lot of traveling by car, I think it's cool to be able to have this in your car, in your studio, on location, wherever you are, and just plug everything into that and you're all ready to go when you need it. So again, huge thank you to EcoFlow for sending these products over to me. It's been a blast testing them out. And I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I would love to know your thoughts on these products. So do drop a comment down below because it's super interesting to see what you think about the power station sphere. So, and as usual, don't forget to subscribe as well, because that'd be highly appreciated. And I will see you in the next video. Peter from the middle of Sweden! Det var nära det. Is saying goodbye with a little bit more kaffe and have a good one. Tror jag fick en myra i kaffet eller något. Ja, helvete vad det smakar. Här har jag riggat upp med lite kaffe och kaka. Ja, det önskar man att man hade det. Ja. Ett litet wienerbröd att tugga på. Hade varit något. Tji fick jag. Måste tänka på pappakroppen, vet du. Kan inte låta det här fläbbet växa. Muffintoppen är ju för fet redan. Du vet, ställer man sig upp så sväller det över. Nu vill man inte att det ska fortsätta. Här får vi hålla oss till kaffe. Men du vet, de säger att det är kalorier i kaffe också. Jag tror inte riktigt på det, va? Vad fan, hur många sådana här hinkar man inte på kneget? Så jävla många nya forskningsrön, så jag vet inte vad man ska säga om dem. Det är lite konstigt här, vet du. Säger de att det är klimatpåverkan och sådana här grejer. Här sitter jag ute i skogen liksom. Svensk sommar. Bara njuter utan naturen. Ingen teknologi någonstans. Vackert är det. Stänger av det. Oj!